let's get started. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight to be here with us today. Welcome to our National Technical Honor Society virtual induction ceremony. I am Mylan Boyce-Hurst. For those that don't know me, I am the National Technical Honor Society advisor for our chapter, and I'm also the school guidance counselor for our school at Millikan Tech. I'd like to start off with a few introductions. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mrs. Jennifer Martino, Mr. Richard Romito, our assistant principal. In addition, we have some very special guests in our audience that I would love to acknowledge and thank for coming. Dr. Julie Lutz, our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. David Wicks, our District Superintendent, Dr. Peggy Steib, Associate Superintendent for Educational Services, Ms. Leah Arnold, Director of Career, Technical, and Adult Education Programs, Mr. Robert Van Brunt, Program Administrator for Career, Technical, and Adult Education Programs, and last but not least, our very own Mr. Thomas McGrath, who is Program Administrator for Human Resources. Now I would like to introduce Mrs. Carroll Donahue to speak regarding our very special honorary member.
Thank you, Mylan. Ms. Boyce-Hurst. Good evening. I am Carroll Donahue. I'm one of the work experience coordinators for the Academy at the Millikan Technical Center. Each year, the National Honor Technical Society Committee recognizes a staff member, business partner, or district liaison who has dedicated themselves to the many students we serve. Today, I have the honor and privilege of recognizing Mrs. Katherine Muller. Mrs. Muller started her career as a dental hygienist in 1976. She decided to further her education and obtained a teaching degree from the New York Institute of Technology in 1989. She also completed a master's degree in business administration in 1993 from Dowling College while working full-time and raising her 3 children. For 19 years, she dedicated herself to teaching dental assisting, and I had the privilege of having her as one of my teachers. She later became a work experience coordinator, a role she's very passionate about for the past 12 years. In this position, she places students in internships and oversees work experience placements. Ms. Muller is patient and empathetic, considerate, and kind. She's always willing to go the extra mile for all of our students and colleagues as well. Anyone who knows Ms. Muller can attest that she's truly a remarkable woman who demonstrates professionalism at its best. Fortunately for Ms. Muller, but unfortunately for us,
who am I listening to?
She has decided to retire this year. She will be missed by all, especially by me, as she's not only my coworker, but also my lifelong mentor and a dear friend who I am so lucky enough to have shared the past 3 years as coordinators together. I know firsthand she will enjoy traveling and spending more time with her 3 grandchildren, Parker, Skylar, and Charlie. It is because of these attributes that we bestow the honorary membership in the National Technical Honor Society to Ms. Katherine Muller. Yay. Ms. Muller, could you please share a few words with our audience?
I am deeply touched and humbled by these kind words and this prestigious honor. Carol and I are part of the work experience team here at the Millikan Tech Center. We probably have one of the best jobs in the agency. We get to place our students in internships and in jobs. We see firsthand what is taught in a classroom comes to life in a real-life work setting. This is our future workforce, and we couldn't be prouder. I am leaving after 30 years, but I do so with a light heart, because now Carol will lead up the work experience team. She is conscientious, compassionate, and I know she's going to do a Thank you again for this honor.
I hope that you will visit us constantly next year because I don't know what we will do without you. Thank you so much. Okay. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce my daughter, Eva. She's going to be our honorary candle lighter this evening as we go over the 7 attributes of membership. The goal of the society is to see deserving technical students be recognized and that people of the community become aware of the talents and abilities of young people and adults who choose technical education pathways to a successful future. In the center of the table is a lit candle representing knowledge. Knowledge is awareness or understanding gained through experience or study. This candle represents the knowledge you have gained through experience and study in your technical program. The first member attribute is skill. Skill is a knowledge to develop great ability and expertise necessary to make a positive difference in a particular occupational field. Light this candle to represent skill. Yes. Good girl. The second member attribute is honesty. Honesty is the quality of being truthful, trustworthy, and fair with everyone while at work or at play. Light this candle to represent honesty. The third member attribute is service. Service is giving assistance and being ready and able to provide a helpful and useful act. Light this candle to represent service. The fourth member attribute is responsibility. Responsibility involves the ability to act without guidance or superior authority, and being responsible and being accountable for your actions. Light this candle to represent responsibility. The fifth member attribute is scholarship. Scholarship is the distinctive mark of one who has mastered an area of learning, as reflected in the quality of his or her work, especially with the respect to scope, thoroughness, and care. Light this candle to represent scholarship. The sixth member attribute is citizenship. Citizenship is being entitled with full civil rights and exercising the duties, rights, and privileges of the status. Light this candle to represent citizenship. The seventh member attribute is leadership. Leadership is the responsibility of serving as a guiding force and directing the way by going first with courage and confidence. Light this candle to represent leadership. Thank you so much, Eva.
Bye.
Students, we hope you recognize these 7 attributes in yourself and value these qualities which make you eligible for membership into the National Technical Honor Society. At this time, we will begin the induction ceremony. Teachers, a reminder, when I announce your name, please unmute before you speak to your class and click mute again when you're finished. Students, if you have your stoles that came in the mail, if you don't have them, don't worry, they will be there any day now. But if you have them, when the teacher calls your name, you just put it over your shoulders like this, or if you have someone with you, they can put it over your shoulders for you. Also, as I mentioned previously in an email to our students this morning, we regret that due to quarantine, we didn't get to take portraits of our students in their regalia. So I humbly ask the students that when they have their stole, to send me a picture of them wearing it proudly and smiling, and then I would love to put them on display in the Y, just as we've had in previous years for previous chapters. With that said, and without further ado, we'd love to begin. I'm going to invite Mrs. Leadham to unmute and present to her clinical medical assisting class.
Good evening. It's with the heaviest of hearts that I cannot be here in person to celebrate my students' accomplishments with them. I've had the pleasure of watching each of them grow into professionals throughout the year and reach their goals of becoming National Technical Honor Society members. The obstacles we both have faced this year may have stopped some people from reaching those goals, but these students have persevered and pushed through. I'm so proud of all of you and couldn't be happier for each and every one of you. Congratulations. To the following students: Brianna Herrera, Emily Calmero, Avni Patel, Grace Regan, Valeria Rodriguez, Dannery Samaniego, Samantha Salas, and Emmanuel Vargas. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Leadham. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Betty Martin to unmute and present to her clinical medical assistant class.
Good evening. Congratulations to all the future clinical medical assistants that are being inducted into the National Technical Honor Society. This accomplishment is one of great honor, especially in a year that had so much uncertainty. Your perseverance, your dedication, and commitment has been recognized by so many people. It is with great joy and proudness that I get to announce the future essential frontline workers of our community. I'd like to introduce the following: Kadri Blake, Lydia Canales, Nicole Garcia, Darlene Guzman Perez, Kiana Love, Kathy Mendez, Ariana Moy Lopez, Kim Chi No, Victoria Torres, Kaylee Wilkinson, Aisha Zahed. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Martin. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Esposito to unmute and speak and present to her cosmetology class.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to announce my National Technical Honor Society students. Through this difficult time, these students have stepped up to the plate. Each student exhibits outstanding, wonderful qualities in their own way, such as highly motivated, talented, dedicated, responsible, and always eager to help each other, as well as me. Throughout the year, my girls have demonstrated a positive attitude and a will to succeed, never allowing themselves to be discouraged by difficult times and assignments, rather embracing the challenge to complete the task with a smile. I am so proud of you. I will truly miss you, and congratulations. And my three girls, please come up. Sorry, not come up, but Isabella Lindsay, Fatima Nerio, and Vanessa Villatoro.
Thank you so much, Ms. Esposito.
Thank you.
The next class we are going to induct is Senior Cosmetology. Unfortunately, Mrs. Christina could not be here tonight and asked me to read the following on her behalf. I would like to congratulate my students for all their hard work and dedication this school year. These students are both talented and driven in their studies. I commend them in their commitment to the coursework even during these uncertain times. These students are truly shining stars. It comes natural to them to put their best forward, and that has reflected in them excelling this year. I congratulate them in achieving the status, and although I am not in attendance, I wish them all much success in all of their future endeavors. It is my great pleasure to announce Casey Carlson, Isabella Lucchese, and Gianna Messina. Congratulations. The next class we are going to induct is Mrs. Coppola's cosmetology class. Mrs. Coppola is here with us, but due to a technical issue has asked me to read the following on her behalf. I am in awe of my extraordinary students who have accomplished so much this year. They go above and beyond and give 110% to any task presented to them. Although they have undoubtedly been robbed of some of life's greatest experiences and have had to face many obstacles, they remain positive and never give up. Becoming a National Technical Honor Society member is quite an accomplishment, and with all their hard work and determination, they have managed to reach that goal. I couldn't be prouder or happier for each of you. It is my great pleasure to induct Brooke Beltrami and Nicole Rodriguez. Congratulations. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Wagner to unmute and speak to her early childhood education class.
Good evening, everyone. I am very proud to introduce my students tonight for the National Technical Honor Society induction ceremony. These 4 students have not only worked hard all year to complete their projects accurately and on time and demonstrated a genuine interest in teaching children, they have also continued to demonstrate responsibility and a commitment to the program during a very difficult and challenging situation. I know the students who are seniors will be very successful next year as they enter college, and I look forward to working with the juniors again next year as second-year students. At this time, I'd like to introduce Daniela Gandolfo, Veronica Heinrich, Sabrina Rodriguez, and Gianna Barrio. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Wagner. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Akers to unmute and speak about his student in the welding, metal, and fabrication class. Mr. Akers? Okay, we were expecting that something like this might happen in the world of technology. Thankfully, Mr. Akers did send me the words that he would like to speak tonight, and I will humbly read them on his behalf. I'm pleased to speak about my student being inducted into the National Technical Honor Society. Despite facing difficult circumstances that hindered honing his craft to the year's end, he has demonstrated welding abilities and techniques beyond the expectations of an entry-level welder and fabricator. His drive and motivation has been demonstrated not only with passion, but a subtle tenacity to perfect his craft. As he has become more confident through his second year of the program, he tackled duties like student mentoring and shop organization with the confidence of someone who wants to succeed. I could not be more proud of his accomplishments. I wish him all the best and great success. It is my great pleasure to induct Michael Menino. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Sarley to unmute and speak and present to his automotive technology class.
Good evening, everyone. This year presented many challenges for students. Despite the obstacles placed before them, they performed above and beyond expectations throughout the school year. These students conducted themselves professionally and always participated in classroom activities and shop assignments. Each of them was a leader in shop activities and repairs, always willing to assist other students with hands-on projects and/or vehicle repairs. In addition to standing out as leaders in the classroom, these students also volunteered their time to assist their communities in various ways. If you apply the same attitude for the rest of your life, you will be successful at any endeavor. Always remember what we discussed the first day of class this year. Look to climb the next rung in the ladder of excellence. Work hard in order to become proficient in your field, and remember that technology is always evolving, so your learning will never cease. I would like to introduce my inductees: Ryan Becker, Marvin Peralta, Robert Dorenz, and Jeremy Williamson. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sarley. Next, I would like to invite Mr. DeBlanco to unmute and speak and present his heating, ventilation, and air conditioning class.
Good evening. My name is Nick DeBlanco. I am the heating and air conditioning teacher here at Millikan Tech. Although the pandemic has affected so many lives and so many routines and upset the balance of our society, we will prevail. Hard work, togetherness, and cooperation will see us through. 2 HVAC students have reminded me constantly what hard work and cooperation looks like. Their tireless commitment and drive has made it easy for me to nominate them for the National Technical Honor Society. I feel an abundance. Each of these students have repeatedly spent many extra hours training offered their assistance to other students, and volunteered for causes throughout the community. And I feel an abundance of pride and appreciation to nominate these young men. It's with great appreciation to nominate Brian Vera Maldonado and Jonathan Vasquez. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you so much, Mr. DeBlanco. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Doherty to speak and present her nurse assisting class.
Hello, everyone. It's Jane Doherty. I'm the teacher for nurse assisting. I just wanted to say the students that I have that I'm inducting into the National Technical Honor Society have exceeded expectations on a daily basis, whether they're in class or on Google Classroom. They strive for excellence, they accept criticism with grace, and they show caring for their fellow humans. And it's my pleasure to introduce the following inductees. Ariana Ballroop, Ray Dawn Benjamin, Kayla Flores, Erica Galvez, and Ava Mangiello. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Doherty. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Mulholland to unmute and speak to her nurse assisting class.
Good evening, everyone. It was my pleasure to nominate these young ladies to the National Technical Honor Society. Throughout the year, I was able to watch them grow into compassionate, professional young women. They were faced with many obstacles this year and continued to show the commitment to their education. Their hard work and perseverance allowed them to reach their goals of becoming National Technical Honor Society members. It is my privilege to introduce to you Merlin Benavides, Bianca Cotto, Crystal Esposito, Trudian Rose, and Nicole Velasquez. Congratulations, young ladies.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mulholland. Next, I would like to invite Chef Spiro to unmute and speak to his Culinary Arts and Restaurant Operations Management's 2 class.
Good evening, all. It has been a privilege and an honor to watch these young ladies grow into young professionals they are becoming. This year has presented new obstacles that these students use as fuel to help them achieve the prestigious title of becoming a National Technical Honor Society member. I am filled with joy when reflecting back on their profession over this year and to see how far they have come. I cannot express how proud I am of these 2 young culinarians achieving their goals. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding students, Miss Maya Boons and Chantel Hightower. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chef Spiro. Next, I would like to invite Chef Kozak to speak and present his Culinary Arts and Restaurant Operations Management class.
Good evening and welcome, everybody. Commitment and courage has led you to our programs to challenge yourselves in a trade that you may have known nothing about. When things shifted to being distance and learning this new normal, your fears were let go through that same commitment and courage from your first day you started at Millikan Tech. For my 3 inductees and all the other recipients, your commitment yielded dividends to this prestigious class of students this evening. It was an honor and a pleasure to learn with you this year. And as Walt Disney once said, there is a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. It is my pleasure to induct this evening Leslie Ortiz, Mallory Teplitz, and Christy Wadlow. Congratulations to all.
And last but not least, I would like to invite Mrs. Loughran to unmute and speak to her law enforcement class.
Mrs. Grasso and I are tremendously proud and honored to induct 9 members of our law enforcement family into the National Technical Honor Society. Their hard work, drive, and enthusiasm not only showed during our time together in the classroom, but also during these unprecedented virtual times as well. Although our school year was cut short, we will all carry the special and meaningful memories that we created and hold them close to our hearts. Keep the faith, keep working hard, and great things will certainly follow. Congratulations to the following students: Alicia Cardella, Jordan Cole, Gabriela Hernandez, Maya Casa, Jalen Marcel, Heidi Picardo Zapata, Jennifer Puma, John Smiley, and Sean West. Congratulations. I miss you guys and I love you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lochran. At this time, I'm going to ask my inductees to get the pledge out that you should have received in the mail or an email, and to read the pledge at home while remaining on mute along with me. As a member of the National Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a record of scholastic achievement, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my education. I will invest my talents, my skills, and knowledge in a career of my own choosing, and shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge all of our new members and their achievements. Congratulations, everyone. We are so proud of you. Now I would like to invite Dr. Julie Lutz, our Chief Operating Officer, to unmute and say a few words to our audience, please.
Thank you to the building administration, Ms. Martino and Mr. Ramito, and to your guidance counselor, Ms. Boyce, for giving me the opportunity to speak and share a few words with you on this very special occasion. On behalf of the Eastern Suffolk BOCES Board and our district superintendent, Mr. David Wicks, who is also in this meeting, I'd like to congratulate all of you for this amazing accomplishment in the midst of all of the other challenges happening in this world. You guys rock. Congratulations. National Technical Honor Society is a very special organization because it celebrates more than academic accomplishment. It also celebrates you for demonstrating excellence in a career and technical training course of study and for showing leadership skills. Those two things will propel you forward in whatever place life takes you next. I encourage you to take those characteristics and combine them with the same perseverance that was required from you during the last 11 weeks. You know, the perseverance that helped you to get up out of bed even though you had no school bus to catch. The perseverance that had you continuing your studies at a distance from your classmates and your instructors. The perseverance that had you learning to do things in all sorts of new ways to continue to learn. Use that perseverance to propel yourself into whatever is next in your life, whether that be the continuation of another year at the academy or continuing your education elsewhere, heading into the military, or joining the workforce. It will ensure that you are successful. I wish you and your family members health, hope, and an understanding that we will get through this and be in a better place. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lutz, for speaking. We really appreciate it. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our Director of Career, Technical, and Adult Education Programs, Ms. Leah Arnold, to unmute and address the audience.
Good evening, parents, administrators, staff from all parts of the building, but most importantly to the students here tonight and the National Technical Honor Society new members. Congratulations. I am very, very proud to be among you tonight. It is a great honor that you have earned, quite frankly, to be part of this national society who really strive to promote the kinds of students and the kinds of good works that you have demonstrated, and you certainly earned this honor tonight. Thank you for choosing career and technical education and the academy programs that you attend here at Millikan Technical Center. You are not only among the best and brightest, but you're driven, the perseverance that you've shown, and your resiliency to, as Dr. Lutz said, get up every day and do it again. For each of us tonight, this is a bit of a first, right? Whether this is the first time you've been on a Zoom or the, I don't know if you could count how many times you've been in these meetings for learning or instruction, but I hope you find opportunity in these firsts to do things in new ways and to make what we thought was not possible, possible. Shoot for the moon, and I know you'll go far. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Arnold. We really appreciate you speaking to our new inductees. Now, last but certainly not least, it is my great pleasure to introduce our very own principal, Mrs. Jennifer Martino, who has a few closing remarks.
Good evening, everyone. This is really my first time that I get to be in a meeting room seeing students, so it's a little, I guess, emotional for me, but it's really nice to see everybody, so hello. I want to thank and congratulate all of you, all of the inductees on a well-deserved accolade. I would like to give a special thanks to our guidance counselor, Ms. Boyce-Hurst, and her assistant, Ms. Pasalacqua, for all of their hard work and effort to make this virtual ceremony a success. I'd like to thank our attendees, including our students, families, and teachers for stepping out of your comfort zone and for stepping out onto a virtual platform. And of course, thank you to our agency administrators for taking the time to join us this evening. I would like to echo all of the sentiments that were shared by everyone this evening. Your accomplishments truly reflect the dedication you have to your education, profession, and future. Your consistent work ethic and initiative you demonstrate to be part of such an esteemed honor society is what sets you apart from others. This drive will always serve you well in all of your endeavors. Keep working, keep the faith, and just keep going. Congratulations. Please take the time now to unmute yourselves, and let's give everybody a huge round of applause.
Way to go, way to go.
Yes, on that. And have a great evening.
Congratulations to everybody. So proud.
Congratulations, Sean.
Good job, Maya.
Thank you very much.
Oh, how cute.
Carly.
Little one. Yep.